Hey y'all, Sherry G. Welcome back to the channel. So look, in my opinion, Marcel and Letitia, I don't know if you guys watched this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but to me, it just seems like they have amnesia. I feel like the whole, I don't know, I feel like that whole episode was mostly about the Scotts, but in my opinion, Letitia and Marcel, that is, and in my opinion, they weren't looking too good. It was a lot of flexing, and in my opinion, there was a lot of untruths being told. So anyway, I want to focus on a particular segment where they were sitting with the Fletchers and discussing their businesses. So, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and run my disclaimer and everything. You know how it goes. And then after that, I'm going to drop a short audio clip from that particular scene. And then I'm going to come back and do my commentary. So hang tight.
I'm getting a little annoyed with his comments. I am more than just Fletcher's pretty wife. I'm a businesswoman and a very successful one at that.
We are definitely the original black power couple from 29 years here in Huntsville.
Maybe in 29 years the Scotts will catch up to us.
Maybe.
She has a whole daycare.
You have a daycare?
For 29 years.
Oh, I know that she's a daycare. I mean, have you guys ever told me? Yes, I have. What, you never told me? Yes, I have. What'd you say? Hey, man, you know what was in a daycare, right? Yes. Why'd you get growing smiles? We were talking about business. I didn't think about it, and I apologize. Yeah, I didn't think about it.
All right. I don't believe you.
Are you serious? Hey, why about that? Honestly, I thought you were friends of other friends that we weren't in a good place with. So it would seem weird if we're inviting, the Holt's friends out when me and the Holt weren't in a good place. That's how we met you guys three. So it just would seem a little weird.
Well, let me say this to you. I don't operate like that. This is not high school or college.
I know, but we just met y'all through them, though.
It doesn't matter.
We have a line drawn right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
it's
so that's how you guys operate.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't let nobody
No. That's not how we
We're not saying
operate. We have to keep our distance when it comes to that because that friendship and that whole issue is just so sensitive.
Well, it gotta be just male because they're friends with Martell. So it's just gotta be male. And if that's the way she feel, I get it to some extent. I do.
I noticed during the Black Expo, we're trying to get, your core group back together. So did you all kind of put the comeback group back together?
It's still some work that can be done, but I think that we're off to a good start with it.
So is everybody buying in? All six?
No. Martell didn't even speak. Well, he really worked the crowd.
Yeah.
And Mel didn't, but she showed up. So that was a good thing.
Well, I heard didn't nobody want to speak. Y'all didn't want to pay nobody.
Oh, we're not paying.
Well, we wasn't going to pay them to speak. It was about giving back our knowledge and experience to the community.
So nobody got paid.
No, we paid. We weren't.
We're the ones that paid.
What we did was not charge them to speak.
So you didn't. Wait, I'm like, did I hear this right? What you did was not charge them for their time to speak.
Right. We paid what is out of our pocket. And so we're not going to sit back and be like, oh, well, I got to pay you too. And when we come in and say, hey, this is a philanthropic endeavor, you can say, oh, I'm out. I don't do nothing for free. And I respect that. But what you're not going to do is be part of it, and then be like, well, I deserve to get paid. I don't only charge for this. Then you deserve to get paid. You're going to have to show me what you've done. And at this point right now, you may not have done enough to get paid. We've been in our business for a long time. We can speak from a position of experience and relevant expertise. When it comes to others who may have just started their company, to me, they're an exact same position as the people that we're speaking to. Show me a solid business. Because I'm not going to pay you to talk about your t-shirt business. I'm saying is that Maurice has been in this business for a long time. Stormy has been in her business for a long time. We've been in our business for a long time. Okay. Now,
He's not going to shade the Holtz now.
no, I'm not saying that.
Holtz Enterprise was a business.
So,
They were professional.
and you was partners with them.
They were around for a while.
Where are they now?
Whoa, Marceau.
No, I'm saying is that
That's low. Mel sells more than t-shirts, so she can give advice to the community.
Black also sells t-shirts online.
For me, him making a statement, that was shade.
I really appreciate y'all not just holding under the rug. And if y'all got a problem, y'all say, hey, listen, I got this right here. Let's bring it to the forefront because there's no way in the world that we would intentionally offend you guys. But now that we know, we're going to be made more aware. We'll make sure that we take the right steps.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
And that sounds fair.
Because we can actually learn something from y'all. Like, I sit back and I learn something from Flex, and we talk. I think you guys are cool people. And Flex wouldn't be like he is if he wasn't with you.
So this is what 29 years look like, babe. Have y'all ever dealt with cheating in your marriage?
Sure, of course.
How did you find out? Who found out?
Can we not?
Well, when you've been married for so long,
Babe.
people ask questions.
Okay, real quick. Can we not? We're going to call a timeout. We're going to rewind this 10 seconds. And we're going to just...
Part of me felt like it was kind of a jab, but then part of me felt like
She was reaching out for
she
him.
was. Well, I don't know if she was reaching out for help.
Wanting to know
I think she wanted to have a personal conversation with me. I really did. But, of course, Marceau shut that down.
I'm sorry. This is an inappropriate question. I apologize. I wasn't trying to make it seem like it's an inappropriate question.
I apologize.
Okay, well, I apologize for that because I didn't want it to be an inappropriate question. I mean, will you be married?
I'm not offended about that part at all.
Guys, just to be clear, all right? And it's sometimes husbands and wives don't agree. Because I'd be offended if y'all ask me about that.
Coming up.
Okay, y'all, I am loving the Fletchers. I am loving Nell's wittiness and the fact that she is taking no crapness. I love that Chris is finally speaking up and he's showing his personality. Early in the season, he was more laid back, more quiet, and she was the one that was mostly doing a lot of the talking. I like the fact that they're not going to stand down to the Scotts, and especially Nell, and just let them disrespect them like that. Because in my opinion, Marceau is very disrespectful, as usual, when it comes to women and their businesses. He had the audacity to say that he thought that Nell was just Chris Fletcher's pretty wife. Give me a break, Marceau. How disgusting. I do believe that he knows good and well that she's standing in her own power. I do believe that he knows good and well that she has a whole daycare, as Letitia put it. I believe that. I believe that he was, and Chris actually even reminded him that they had a discussion before about their work and about their businesses. As a matter of fact, Marceau and Letitia sitting here, especially like this whole scene about they're trying to be friends, I don't know what to make of that part of it, because let us not forget that Marceau actually used Chris Fletcher as an alibi when he was away in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and run this little clip by, and then I'll get back to my commentary.
And they can't check for me for whoever I sleep with. Period.
I haven't talked to Marceau, but he's made a few comments.
Marceau was at this motel.
Me and this friend went out to dinner.
Who was with me?
Me and Chris Fletcher.
It was about 2 hours.
Oh,
Maybe. Because that leaves about, 22 hours the other day?
Y'all, Letitia and Marceau, this particular scene really irked my nerves. Okay, let me just say that, because they just seem to think that we, the people, have forgotten where they came from, or we, the people, have forgotten certain things that have happened and played out on television, not even behind the scenes, not even off, screen. Because like I said, there are a lot of things that happen off screen. But let's just talk about the things that happen on screen. Like you forgetting, Marceau, that you used Chris Fletcher as an alibi when you went to Atlanta. And then Letitia sitting there talking about when it comes to the friendship, and I'm paraphrasing, when it comes to the friendship, we just have to draw a line there because, et cetera, blase, blase. I'm going to call cap on that. Did you not forget, Letitia, that you asked Melody to come to lunch with you? You invited her to lunch so that you can convince her to participate in the expo because you didn't want Maurice. You used Maurice as your excuse, in my opinion, to be upset that she wasn't participating. Did you forget that? And when you guys sat down to have your little discussion, when you sat down to break bread together, she was the one who reminded you of the fragility between your relationship. She was the one who reminded you that things weren't in such a good place. And as she was taking it day by day by day, again, I'm paraphrasing. And so now you want to switch it around and act like you're the one who put the line up. No. Yeah, no. We know you called her a dark soul. We do know that. We know you showed your behind on that reunion stage and got loud and bold. But we also know that you were trying to back down to use her. And then when she said that she wanted to be paid, which by the way is her prerogative, you guys didn't want to do that. And that's okay. That's your prerogative too. But just call a thing a thing. Just be real. That's all I'm saying. Just be real. You guys are so fake, and you showed up real fake in this whole episode. All that capping about your cars and your money and stuff, so unnecessary because it doesn't prove anything to us. It doesn't prove anything to us. And then Marceau throwing shade at Chris Fletcher, saying that, you thought Nell you threw shade at Nell too. Disrespect at Nell, in my opinion, saying that you thought she was just Chris's pretty wife. The nerve of you. What is it with you? Because she's, to me, more successful than you just by way of having a great reputation when it comes to her business. And they did remind you that the both of them have been in business for 29 years. Y'all, I just love when Nell said maybe it's going to take 29 years for the Scotts to catch up with us. Like I said, I am loving the Fletchers this season, and this particular half of the season, they're really showing up. We're really starting to see more of Chris, and I can really appreciate it. So I hope they just take the Scotts off and give the Fletchers a bigger role, because I really like them, and I feel like they have more realness about them. They were honest about their situation when it comes to the infidelity. They talked about that a while ago. And so for Letitia to even bring that up again is just absurd. And if you're really trying to meet somebody, what an odd and inappropriate question to ask when you're really trying to meet someone. I take it that the guys know each other pretty well, but it's the women who are trying to garner their friendship. Anyway, I'm just going to leave that subject alone because we know how Letitia works. But let me not forget to say this when it comes to Marceau. I do think that he was throwing shade at the Holtz, saying, well, the ex-Holtz, right? I'm just going to say Melody and Martell, right? Miss Rogers and Mr. Holt. Because at one time, they did have a business. And he said, well, where are they now? They're divorced now, Marceau. And as a result, the business was dissolved. Did you forget that? But let us remind you that when they were in business, it was a great business. Let us remind you that when they were in business, it was a reputable business. It was a thriving business. They were known in the community. They had connections. They were not known for any shady business dealings, and they weren't being sued by anybody. Compared to where you are in your business today, known as a shady business dealer. This is you, Marceau, in court for the $5.5 million lawsuit. That on top of other allegations of you being a shrewd business dealer, meaning shady, unreliable, lazy, horrible work ethic, incomplete work. The work that is done is shoddy, and there has been an allegation of missing products that may be actually in your brand new home. Let us not forget that, Marceau. Y'all, that's all I have for you in this particular video. There's a whole lot more I could say, but I'm just going to leave it right here for right now. Y'all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'll be back. Until then, ciao.